All right, so I got another question here, and it's actually a statement. Gain experience. It says from Marcelo, and he says, thank you for making useful YouTube videos. Struggled to get my foot in the door, and took the advice of one of your videos. So I called up companies asking if I could do some volunteer work experience, and they accepted. So one of the things, what he's referring to is, a lot of times, a lot of people who watch these videos have little to no experience in IT, right? In IT security. And what do you do if you're just getting out of not high school, but if you're just getting out of college or high school? Yeah, sure. If you're just getting out of high school, you're just getting out of college, or you work in a completely different field and you want to get into cybersecurity in particular, everyone wants you to have experience. So it's kind of what do you do? It's catch-22. Like, they want you to have experience, but you're trying to get the experience to get the job. So how do you do it? So what I've suggested is that look at your place of work. Let's say you're a retail person in Walmart. What you could do is ask your organization that you're actually in a gold mine, because in retail there's amazing IT at some of these stores, especially at Walmart. Amazing IT. You should ask them first. Go to the HR department and say, hey, listen, I want to get into IT. Is there a program to transfer me from here to here? So that's one of the things. If you work in a bank, if you work in a hospital, a clinic, and you're trying to get into IT, I always say, ask somebody there, ask the IT department, say, hey, is there a way I can volunteer to do some work? Or is there a transfer program? Can I go from a medical biller and then start doing this IT work, or help you guys set up this security, this Wi-Fi in our office? I want to help. I want to learn, right? And then another thing I will suggest is if you have a church, if you have some kind of community place that you go to, and they happen to have Wi-Fi, they happen to have some IT stuff, you can volunteer your time and say, listen, I really am trying to get some IT experience here and I want to learn. Is there something I can help you guys out with? And you're already trusted because you're part of that organization. So they might trust you to help them set up some routers, some access points, or whatever, or fix their configurations on their router or something like that, or fix their computers. They might need help. So ask them first. So he says he's asked the companies and he volunteered work. He volunteered to do volunteers mean free work, right? The reason why that's important is because that experience, every hour of experience you get, it equals dollars. So every hour every week, month, year that you can log in, that you can put on your resume and say, I have experience troubleshooting Windows desktops, Windows laptops. I have experience, assisted the help desk update 15 laptops for IBM. Assisted configuration of malware applications, updating signatures on malware software for 100 systems for the Church of Methodists or something. Like, you want to be able to put that kind of stuff, that kind of language on your resume so that they can see, an employer can see that you have experience. You get that, you put out that free work, or low paid work. Everyone has to pay their dues. You can't just walk in to a cybersecurity or any other IT job and make $100,000. It doesn't work that way. That would be like a doctor getting paid $200,000 a year to do brain surgery, having zero experience. It does not make sense. You have to put in the work. You have to develop the skills and the knowledge base to be able to do this complex, very important work for a company to protect their confidentiality, their integrity, and their availability of their data. So, yes, that's awesome, Marcelo. I'm really happy for you. That's great. All right, I think that that's it. Unless somebody has any questions, I'm about to get off of this thing. I had some more stuff, but I'll put that stuff together and then put some stuff out there. I did want to. There was something I wanted to show you guys. I think I already did. Okay, yeah, this is the CAP course that I'm working on. If you guys didn't know, if you happen to just watch these free videos, if you want to go deeper, if you want to do a deeper dive into some of this stuff, you can go ahead and check out ConvoCourses.com, where I have courses to go very deep into some of these things that I talk about. Very deep. In other words, after you do the course, you'll be able to talk to an employer about how much you know about risk management framework in particular, because I go very deep on that one. It's not easy. It's not for people who are not willing to put in the work. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of information. But I do have free stuff on there about how to update your resume to reflect a cybersecurity type position. Little tricks that you can use. Nothing, I'm not talking about lies or anything like that, but how to market yourself. Because that's what this game has evolved into. It's where you have to market yourself to get yourself out there, to get your name known. You yourself are a brand, and that's how you got to see it. Whenever you put your name out there, whenever you put your resume, your skill set out there, you're a brand. You have to market yourself, and I show you how to do that. And there's some free courses on ConvoCourses.com that shows you exactly to do that exact thing. So go ahead and check that out. ConvoCourses.com is actually free to enroll, and I have free content that's exclusively on there. But if not, if you don't have the cash for it right now, continue to watch these. Go ahead and subscribe and like on YouTube.com. I put out free stuff all the time.